Hello, friends. Welcome to this live stream. And, this is about historic reflection. And today is March the 3rd. And so let us dive into our program and understand what are the important incidents which happened today. In fact, this trivia, all nine of them are listed here as an agenda. You can see it here. If you can read this, all these subjects will be covered today in our live stream. So let's proceed. And remember, friends, today is March the 3rd. So, what happened today? Well, the first information is regarding Akbar, who was the Mughal emperor. And, Mughal Akbar was actually establishing his Mughal empire into his territory. And, he was, fighting the Indian Hindu kings. And as part of this conquest, Akbar achieved a major victory over the state of Bengal. Bengal was a very powerful state at that point in time within India, very powerful army. And today, on March 3rd, 1575, Akbar defeated the king of Bengal and thus establishing a major victory of Mughal Empire into Indian subcontinent. And therefore, after this battle, Mughal army, Mughal Empire was recognized as a force to reckon with. So this is something which happened today. So I think we must remember, because this incident changed the history as we know it in our for our country, being an Indian. All right, moving to the next one. Let's change gear and go to Europe. And remember that now we have this recording mechanism which we don't we just record it, and sometimes we go live on the internet just like we are doing it right now. So we go live on the internet and do the recording. However, way back in 1904, Thomas Edison actually developed a recording device which was called Thomas Edison cylinder. What you could do is basically record your voice, and then the cylinder can be sent out for replays. So for the first time, a leader of any country, which is the Wilhelm II, he was a king, he was a monarch of Germany, he recorded his official message on a Edison cylinder so that it could be replayed several times, and he could so in those days there was not the radio was not very popular, etc. So this was one mechanism where the official statement was recorded and then sent out to his ministries or people, whoever wanted to listen to that. It is sort of a file which you send across, but it is a physical cylinder on which the messages can be stored and then can be sent out. So this happened today on March 3rd in the year 1904. Let's move to the next one. Now this is again coming back to India. This is related to Mahatma Gandhi. And basically here, this whole thing was about the Indian freedom struggle. And Mahatma Gandhi basically began his fast today, and fast against the anarchy of British rule. And this was an important incident. In fact, in the year 1939, on March the 3rd, he actually started his fast until death, a mission against the British government. And this is exactly what happened today. So this is a historic day for Indians, especially to remember this, because Mahatma Gandhi started his his mission to basically fight and take the British out of India and become independent. All right, let's move to the next one. Well, we know that during the Second World War, German Army, German Air Force, German Navy, they were very strong, and in fact, they were, not being matched by any European army. In fact, their techniques, their tactics, their machinery, all was outstanding. And however, rest of the countries, especially UK and other countries, US and UK, they caught up, and they wanted to keep their machinery simple, They wanted to produce them in factories so that they can be replaced and serviced quickly because the war is going on. And therefore, uh, the British developed a Avro Lancaster bomber, which was able to fly from the soil of London and conduct a bombing sortie over Germany, all the way to Germany, because it was a big deal. There were no plane. They were able to reach Germany in those times because it was quite far off. So in a single flight, flying with their ordnance up to Germany was very difficult. So in those days, this was a big challenge, big problem, and therefore this was a remarkable piece of machinery which was developed. The first Lancaster bomber which could take off from London and return after completing the bomb sortie was launched on March the 3rd in the year 1942. And the beautiful part of this bomber is that even though it looks so menacing, but most of the structure of this bomber is made of cloth and wood and cardboard. So it was easily replaceable. It could be serviced in case if it is damaged during the sortie. It could be serviced and put to action back again very quickly. So this was a remarkable, very low cost, cheap machinery which could lay havoc on the enemy countries. And so that is why it is important to remember this particular bomber. The next information which happened today on March 3rd is related to Elvis Presley. Now, Elvis, as we know that he is king of pop, and he is so popular. Even today, he is so popular. So he started his he started his career today, essentially. March 3rd, when he actually launched his radio broadcast known as Louisiana Hayride in the year 1955. So his career was launched today on March 31st. So for all the Presley fans, this is an important day for all of us to remember. All right, let's move to the next one. Well, the next information is also related to Presley, but this is in 1956, where his first single, Heartbreak Hotel, became very, very popular. It is also a movie, and the title song of the movie is Heartbreak Hotel, and which was released on March 3rd in the year 1956. So all of us must remember this. This is an important day for Elvis Presley fans. Let's move to the next one. Well, another hero, this time Bruce Willis. And Bruce Willis is Die Hard, and Bruce Willis is a brand by itself. He has given so many popular movies. And however, Bruce Willis started his career in the year 1985 in a TV serial, with Cybill Shepard on ABC TV. So he did not start his career in the movies, but he actually started in TV soap operas. And his career started in the year 1985 on March 3rd. Well, now this is about Bill Gates. So back in the days when the Explorer and the these kind of software which could actually help you explore the internet were in very early stage, and there was a company called Netscape. So Netscape actually came up with the Internet Explorer kind of software, and then later Windows started bundling their own version of Explorer, which we call as Internet IE, Windows IE or Bing. The earlier version, they were being sold for free in Windows. So Netscape dragged Microsoft to court on the charges of monopolizing the whole internet industry. And today on March 3rd, Bill Gates lost that battle, and he had to divide his company into two. That is today in the year 1998, March the 3rd. And prior to March 3rd, Bill Gates used to be the richest person. But after this date, since his company were divided into two, which is Windows and the Internet Explorer, Internet Technologies, they were all divided. His wealth also, so he no longer remained the world richest man after this date. However, the company which dragged Microsoft to court, Netscape, completely fallen flat and then vanished from the face of the earth. Even though they won the lawsuit, but they could not sustain themselves against the marketing might of Microsoft. So I think that is something that we must remember. And then lastly, in the year 2005, on March 3rd, Steve Fawcett actually conducted his solo non-stop flight across the world. So why this is amazing? Because he went solo and he flew continuously without any refueling. And this is something which is so outstanding, because he actually participated in this particular feat, which lasted for 67 hours non-stop in an aeroplane. 67 hours 2 minutes, the first non-stop flight across the world without any stop or any refueling. So friends, these are all the historic events which happened today, and I hope you enjoyed them. And if you have any thoughts and comments, feel free to send in your comments. I will meet you again on Monday. Until then, have a nice day, have a nice weekend. See you next time. Bye bye.